Okay, guys, this is your lesson on composite or compound shapes. This video is for those that have a good grasp on surface area, but need kind of a little bit more of a challenge. So we're going to go through and kind of show you how to do these, and you'll see what happens at the end. So composite shapes are different shapes put together to form something different looking. So think of a pizza box with your favorite pizza in it. The box is square, but the pizza's round. Have you ever wondered why that is? Why do they serve round pizza in a square box? Why not a round box? But anyways, so how much cardboard do they waste when they do it this way? Or how much do they left over? Like all these sides over here with no pizza in it. That's a waste. They should like fill up the entire box with pizza. That's just my opinion. Or think of a hockey rink. Both sides are circular, middle's a rectangle. So these are some examples of some different composite or compound shapes. So how do we find area of these composite shapes? The short answer is to break them apart piece by piece and find the area. So if I look at the pizza box, for example, well, I see a circular pizza, and a square box. Do I know how to find area of a circle? Well, I guess I'm going to have to sing to you then if you don't. Pi r squared sounds like area to me when I need it. No, we're not going to need circumference though. So just area. Pi r squared. So we know how to find the area of a pizza. Do we know how to find area of a square? Well, isn't that just length times width? Because the circle, the pizza, and the square box are overlapping, we're going to subtract those two areas to find out how much cardboard they're wasting. So here's an example. First thing you should be asking yourself is, what two shapes do you see? Well, when I look at this, I see a rectangle and I see a circle. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw those. I understand they're not perfect, and that's okay. So the radius of the circle is 4 feet. And then the dimensions of the rectangle are 33 by 14. Well, find the area of the rectangle. We can do that. You do that just by doing length times width. That would be 33 times 14. So that's going to give me an area of 462. Find area of a circle, it's pi r squared, because it sounds like area to me. So pi, 3.14, times my radius, which is 4, squared, is 50.24. Now, because they're overlapping, the circle is inside of the rectangle, we're going to subtract those. Excuse me. So we're going to take our 462 for our rectangle, what we got right here, we're going to subtract the 50.24 for the circle. So 462 minus 50.24. And that's going to give me an answer of 411.76 feet squared. So because they're overlapping, we're going to subtract. Now that 411.76, that's how much of the shaded area is left after the circle. Sometimes you might not always subtract. So do I always subtract? The answer is no. You only subtract when they're either different shades or overlapping. So this one, there's two different shades. There's white and there's gray. So you could say that you could subtract those. Or you could say that they're overlapping because the circle is on top of the rectangle or inside of it. So something like this, though, it's all one shade and they're not really overlapping. So what two shapes do I see? Well, I see a triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle. And I see a half circle. Ooh, a half circle. I don't know if I can do a half circle. Close enough. Okay, well, find the area of the triangle. Well, we know how to do that. We just did a feedback on it. That's just base times height, but don't forget to divide by 2. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. But find the area of the triangle. Base times height divided by 2. So my base is 8. My height is 7 divided by 2. So I'm going to put that in my calculator. 8 times 7 divided by 2. And that's going to give me an answer of 28. Now the half circle is a little bit trickier. I need to use pi r squared to sound like area to me. My apologies. There we go. Okay, half circle. Well, I need to use pi r squared, as I just mentioned. And I don't have a radius. So I have a diameter, because that from side to side is 8 feet. So I need to break that in half. So 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4. So for circle, or the half circle, I'm going to do 4 times 3.14, but I need to remember that I'm going to square that 4. So 4 squared times 3.14. Okay, and that's going to give me an answer of 50.24. But that's for a full circle. We definitely don't have a full circle over here. So we're going to divide that answer by 2. So because we only want half the circle, so we only want to divide it by 2. And that's going to give me an answer of 25.12. Well, now because they're all one shade or they're not overlapping, we're going to add those two numbers together. 28 plus 25.12. I'm going to type that into my calculator. I get 53.12 feet squared. Okay, so once you've gone through this video, go ahead, raise your hand, and I will get you your practice problems. There's 6 cards over by the printer with a number on it that's going to correspond with the problem on your paper. So if you do problem number 1 on the worksheet, then to check your work, you would go find card number 1 over by the printer. Check your work. If you get it right, then go ahead and put a smiley face next to that problem. If you made an oops, go back and try to fix it. Then, if you think you fixed it, go back and check your work again. And if you finally get the right answer, put a smiley face next to it. When you've done all 6 problems, please turn that paper back into the back bin. And at that point, you are welcome to work on something quietly. If you have any questions, raise your hand, let your teacher know. Have a great day, guys.